Okay, so I am still recovering from this past weekend, but I did want to come on here and talk about Married to Medicine real quick because I didn't speak about it last week and I didn't want to go 2 weeks like that. Don't worry, I still have videos coming on Patreon where I'm going to do a big, pop culture entertainment commentary life update thing as I usually do. It's just this week and I just wasn't feeling well. So, when I'm gonna just say this, I feel like Married to Medicine is going down the wrong path. I said this from the start of the season, and there are other creators that are starting to agree with me, or shall I say, share similar sentiments, because they may not even know who the hell I am. Funky Dineva spoke about it in Color Me Pink. And I was really surprised to hear Funky Dineva speak about it because Funky Dineva is actually close to a nice handful of those women. I think he's the closest with Quad and then Heavenly second. And then he's just very cordial and has a good relationship with the rest of them. But yeah. I don't want to see a bunch of women that's 40 and up, 45 and up, acting like they 15, 16, 17, doing the whole mean girls, not taking accountability, scapegoating, and singling one person out for something that someone else is doing. So let's start with the Phaedra Parks thing. Now, I do think it's easy to get caught up in this whole thing of, oh, Phaedra Parks doesn't share and she's secretive and she's deceitful and a liar because of her past history on, Real Housewives of Atlanta and how she left and the number of times in lies that she's been caught in or a number of times that she's been tied to situations where there was some type of deceptivity. I get that. Additionally, Heavenly doesn't share anything from her personal life. She picks and chooses, very similar to Phaedra Parks, what she wants to share, how she wants to share it, and so on and so forth. Okay? And interestingly enough, both those women are Scorpios. Okay? So, I get the whole thing of Phaedra. We don't really know nothing about you. We don't really know much about Heavenly. Heavenly only shares things that allows for what she's already, what's the word I'm looking for, intentionally putting out there to have some context to it. So it's like, okay, you went home seasons ago to Miami and showed us the room where her late father passed away and the house she grew up in and so on and so forth, and talked about how you grew up in a room with no windows. You wasn't allowed to go outside and socialize, so on and so forth, because you wanted us to get an understanding of why you're a mean, bullying bitch. But see, what happens is you watch the show long enough, and to see you regress over and over again, to have predatory behavior where you went and sought out Sweet Tea to bring her on the show to spite Quad, and then when you saw that was blowing up in your face and the fans on Twitter, okay, weren't feeling it, then you want to backpedal, discard Sweet Tea, and make her an enemy because she's rightfully sticking up for herself. And I noticed that when Phaedra came on to Married to Medicine, it bought an audience that usually does not even watch Married to Medicine, or they haven't been watching since the beginning. And you have a lot of people with a certain mindset that's used to seeing toxicity amongst a group of black women or women that of color, okay? And that's why a lot of people think that Heavenly's behavior is funny, because it mirrors what they see on the Zeus network. It mirrors what has been seen on Real Housewives of Potomac until I guess they trying to clean it up now. I never really watched that show. I watched like a handful of episodes to be exact with all the seasons that it's been on. Because like Funky Dineva says so eloquently, this is 10, 11 years down the line. So naturally, a lot of us have grown up. We have evolved. We have matured. We are no longer entertained by watching women who are abundantly blessed in a time where many people are not. especially with this airing around the holiday season. We are not entertained with watching women in their 50s bully a young lady in her early 30s. Like it's so tired and it's so stale, and it just goes to show how unhappy y'all truly are in your lives. Because if you truly are content, if you truly are happy, you wouldn't sign up to be part of an ensemble shared environment where you are required to create chaos so that you can create and cash a coin and a check. And I'm starting to realize that. And I think that's why I just, Married to Medicine is the last reality show that I really watch. And this is the first season that I've really said, I don't think I'm going to be able to watch this show anymore because it's just not entertaining to me. If I was Sweet Tea, I would just not come back next season. Force those bitches to work. Don't come back next season. Force Quad to come on camera and give a real storyline. Let's see what Heavenly got when she don't got nobody to pick on. And let's go from there. Because at the end of the day, when this is all said and done, you still have to be married to that man. You still are supposed to be making a baby. That's important. Don't let this false reality trump what you actually want in reality. And see, Sweet Tea, I know we used to say, oh, maybe she was a fan of the show. She knew what she was getting into, so on and so forth. But I'm starting to question it. Because I'm like, she sits in the confessionals and she's like, I just feel like, Toya's a little messy and she's just this and that. Duh. So I don't know if Sweet Tea really watched this show. And if she did, maybe her cognitive abilities lacked discernment when she was looking at it. Like, she said Heavenly was able to convince her to come on the show under the guise of helping a black woman, that black woman being Quad. And my whole thing is just like, huh? Like, I'm just tired of it. They not talking about anything. They not doing anything. And another mistake that these women are making is, I noticed it in the trailer and I noticed it thus far. Married to Medicine. What is going on in y'all marriages? What is going on in y'all households? And how does that tie into the shared experiences that y'all are having as a girlfriend group? That's what the show used to be about. Stop trying to appeal to the younger demographic that's on Zeus and all that other shit and Love and Hip Hop. Us day ones, we don't want to see that shit. We growing with y'all. I used to love to see a group of black women who put one foot in front of the other. They went to college, university, medical school, dentistry school, opened up businesses, have kids that's going off to colleges and stuff. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Like, and then even like when Heavenly was on the phone and Allura was standing there, because Allura's a woman now, okay? And Allura was standing there and was like, girl, I don't know. Like, you trying to get her to talk to Sweet Tea. Girl, your daddy be cheating. Allegedly. I'll say allegedly. Your daddy a Sagittarius and he's cheated on your mama and he probably still cheats on her. That's why it triggers them so bad when those allegations come up to the marriage. Jackie talking about Curtis was her first, and I don't have time. I don't care. So that's it. That's my review of the show. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. If they keep scapegoating Sweet Tea and letting Heavenly get away with being a predatory bully, in my opinion, per my observation of watching the show, I won't be watching this show no more. I won't. It's not entertaining to me. Have some real conversations like real grown women, and let's just go from there. And Sweet Tea even said that Phaedra said they do too much to get the drama started instead of letting it happen organically. Toya, you and Eugene is building another house. Talk about that. What happened to the other house? And then, like, I'm just tired of all of them. I'm just tired of all of them. This is not the marriage. Nope. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't.